Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Welcome to Lady Khadija radiallahu anha. May God be pleased with her online college. This is a live lesson on differentiation as part of A-Level Maths Year 2, Pure Maths. We've looked at a couple of basic rules you need to learn about differentiating a to the x, that's any number as the base, to the power x, e to the x, and also natural log of x. Let's try and combine them in a harder example just so that you can see the kind of level that you want to take this to. In this question, we've got the equation y equals e to the 3x, y equals e to the 3x plus 2 to the power 3x, and that's what you want to differentiate. So think of everything you've learned so far, and let's see if you can apply that. Firstly, what we're going to do is notice that there's a plus in between, so that means we can treat each one separately. So if I just divide the screen into two, and on one side I can work on the e to the 3x term, and on the other side the 2 to the 3x term, and then we could just add the answers together. So the first one is I want to differentiate e to the 3x. The first thing I remember is that basic rule is that e to the x, or e to the anything, but let's just keep it simple. E to the x differentiates to e to the x. It just stays the same. So using that rule here, I'm going to firstly see that it's not just x, it's 3x. So I'm going to know that I need to apply the chain rule. The chain rule has two steps. First, you differentiate the outside as normal. So the normal thing is e to the anything stays as e to the anything. So e to the 3x will just stay as e to the 3x. And then the second step of the chain rule says, well, take a closer look at the inside function. So that's 3x, just 3x on its own, and differentiate that. So 3x, differentiate that, that becomes 3. So we're just going to times our answer by 3. And then simplify, bring the 3 to the beginning, and you have 3e to the 3x. And if you understood that, then you'll be able to understand the next one, which is a lot harder, but really it's only those two steps. We're just going to differentiate using basic principles, and then we'll apply the chain rule. So here we've got to differentiate 2 to the power 3x. So the first thing I do is try to remember my basic rule. The basic rule is that if you're differentiating 2 to the power of x, then that will differentiate to 2 to the power of x multiplied by the natural log of 2. So whatever the base number is, that's what the natural log will be followed by. So here the base number was 2, so I times it by natural log of 2. Then in this particular instance, it's 2 to the power 3x. So what I do is I apply my basic rule, and then I'm going to use the chain rule on the 3x. So how will that look? Think about it for a second. Use the guide of the basic rule to help you. So 2 to the anything in the first part of the chain, the first part of this chain rule example is I'll just differentiate the whole thing. 2 to the power of anything will become 2 to the power of that thing times natural log of 2. So this will become 2 to the power of 3x times the natural log of 2. Why the natural log of 2? Why does that not become more complicated? Because the base is still very simple. The base is 2 here, so that's why it was natural log of 2. And here the base of 2 is still the base of 2. Okay, good. And now we apply the second part of the chain rule, which says I need to times by, take a look at the inside function, which was the 3x. And what does that differentiate to? It differentiates to 3, so just times by 3. So then simplifying, bringing the 3 and the natural log of 2 to the front, I'll have 3 times the natural log of 2 times by, so I either need a times sign or I need just brackets to make sure that things stay without getting confused with each other. So times by 2 to the power 3x. Okay, join me for more on differentiation in the next lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be with you and the mercy and blessings of God.